Let me tell you, I am so sick of couple content, especially on social media, because they start off as boyfriend and girlfriend. And to invested, they moved in together. As in, we have followed this journey. They're getting, they got engaged. They got ready for their wedding. They're involving us in everything, vlogging about any, you can see it's family in the making. They have gotten married, had their first child together. This is how invested I was in the Ace family. And then things didn't work out. But the advantage of all of that is at the end of the day, they got to grow a community. They got to have a lot of social media engagement. And bottom line is they got married, which is a good thing. Two people found each other, they chose each other, they got married, yay. So it's an advantage.
The scandals continue in his family.
Scandal.
You have a lot going on. I think another advantage of celebrity weddings is the fact that, take an example of Akothe's wedding, for example. That was like, did you see grandeur, like actual extravagance? They had the horses, they had, you know, people landing in choppers, they had the cream of the cream coming and giving wedding gifts in the forms of taxpayers' money on the necks as chains. We had all sorts of pomp and pizzazz. You know, the decor was gorgeous, the MCs were amazing. Like everything about that wedding just screamed luxury. Of course, it was at a very luxurious hotel as well. I mean, the Windsor is quite a big, you know. And we've seen other weddings, the Kardashians, or pretty much all of them have had weddings in Italy. They've had the most prestigious people joining their weddings. They've had friends flying in from different countries just to come to the weddings. There's a lot of grandeur and pomp and grandness that usually comes from celebrity weddings. And I think if that's what you're into, then there is that bit.
Exactly. And also the gifts. Let's not forget the gifts. When you reach a certain level of influencer or, you know, category or celebrity category, yani your gifts zinakujanga on another level. Have you not seen people spraying money? And you, because you have poverty mindset, unasema, ningekuwa kwa hii wedding, ningekuwa tu naziokota. Even like at Kathami's wedding, I was just waiting for people to spray money. I was just seated, ready waiting, nasema leo ni hile siku, hii friendship inaweza isha. I was just waiting for someone to do this. Niseme, do you know the bills in my house? So there's just a lot of gifts, and it's always on the next level. As she has mentioned, Akothe's wedding had a lot of gifts and presents. Even when they're not getting married, they usually still get very huge gifts. So I think celebrities getting married just comes with gifts and monetization on a different level.
Absolutely. And by the way, as she's saying, she was collecting money from the ground. Allegedly, she was one of the people throwing this money on the ground. Let's not even get into it. I received. Okay. Anyway, taxman, hatu nitulie na story zangu. All you can say is I got gifts and I got them in plenty.
Celebrity
marriages. Don't play with it. Don't play with it. Another thing that actually I found interesting about celebrity weddings is I'm not a celebrity. Mimi niko tu hapa kama you presenter. Don't put me in that category. Is global stardom. I think other than the people who hide their marriages like akina Ariana Grande. Ariana kona mambo. Ariana is problematic.
Marriages zinakuanga engagement. She's collecting those engagement
rings. Engagement like rings like trophies. Yeah.
Like Thanos.
My God.
Stones.
What is going on?
She's the J-Lo of our era. J-Lo is getting engagements.
J-Lo did too much. But like, if you really think about the fact that like Beyonce's wedding, you don't remember, it was such an elusive thing. Even now, years later, we're talking years later, we see just one picture of her wedding dress. We're like, is this the wedding dress or is this the one she did for the photo shoot? Like, what's the music video? Yeah. And it's just like there is something about it that just like elevates it to a whole other level. Let's not forget forget the princes and the duchess and the Dutch and the duchesses of England. These are like international events where we actually sit down and watch the king and queen come through to see the duchess and her duke, you know, and all of that. It's like an international sensation. People sit down and actually watch it. People fly from all over the place just to come in and actually see the queen and the duchess and
Princess
it's
Diana.
a thing. Imagine if Oprah Winfrey got married.
She is okay.
No.
She's not married.
She has a long-term partner,
Okay.
but they've never been married. And I think she said they never want to, her and Stedman will never get married. But like, you know, if imagine if Obama and Michelle had a wedding now with the celebrities that they are, you know, or we actually end up seeing Ivanka Trump's weddings if she does get into another marriage. All I'm saying is there's a level of additional stardom that actually comes with that.
Yeah, and it's also very unforgettable because to date, I did not see Princess Diana's wedding.
Nope.
But I heard about it,
Yes.
okay? Even Kenya came to a standstill. That's just how unforgettable it was. But at the same time, there are disadvantages when it comes to very high-profile people getting married. And at the top of that list is just the legal entanglements of it all. Because everybody has come into the picture with their own property, with their own money. And we know how celebrity divorces can get messy. So always before they consider marriages, you have to sit down with your lawyer. Now imagine if Beyonce and Jay-Z were to get divorced.
Hey.
You know, before she dropped Lemonade album, I feel like the only reason she stayed was like, it's too stressful.
Yep.
It's too stressful for you to
That
leave me.
prenup is probably this thick.
Exactly.
Hey.
Even like the Will Smith and Jada situation, she actually loudly in front of everyone said it is just cheaper to keep me. The only reason they have not broken up is just cheaper to keep this one. Wakianza divorce, wata divide nini? Wamenunua kila kitu pamoja. So I think there's just a lot of legal deliberations that comes with it, and it becomes such a chore and such an inconvenience.
And I think another problem is usually it can also come off as materialistic, a display of material wealth. Like think about the fact that Bahati and Wifey are not Bahati and Wifey. It's just really that Bahati and Diana B. And for her birthday, he will go all out. He will put up signboards, and village people will know it's the birthday.
Ambare
They-
and Tajiri.
You know, Abare and yes, Rapundo. Same thing. They will have these lavishnesses and all of these other things. It's very loud and extravagant. And these are just like small dating. What about when they get married? You can imagine how big it will be. If
You
her
have to
engagement was in, was it Maldives or Mauritius? Where was her engagement? I don't remember. Dubai, somewhere. Somewhere, wherever it was. It was not in this country either way. You can imagine how big that was. Look at Akode had to have her second wedding in Switzerland before, you know, stuff went south, but she did declare that she was going to have a second wedding. So imagine how extremely extravagant it is. The moment you say you are a celebrity, you probably that's even why Akinavera didn't do their wedding publicly, because just the amounts that they're eye-watering amounts for one day. Eesh.
And because of that pressure that we've, put on celebrities to live this lavish lifestyle and all of the financial strain that comes with it, we find that, it becomes a little bit to maintain all of this. And that
It is.
pressure to look very perfect. We have seen people, try under celebrity couple images, somebody says something like, blink if you're being held hostage, because you guys are trying so hard to maintain this perfect image, and sometimes the image starts to crack. This week we had rumors about Pascal Tokodi and his marriage with Grace Ekirapa, and people were like, it was because of financial constraints and just the pressure of just having that perfect couple going on. We had Phil, the director, come out and actually, and Kate, the actress, their ex marriage people at this point, and they actually had to come out and clear everything around their finances again, because people expect this picture perfect family. They expect, even if you're divorcing and separating, for it to be, you know, calm. You're no longer a human being. You're being held under a different standard, and it's very unfair, for being honest.
It really, really is. I believe, what's another one? Apologies. There is also the very strenuous invasiveness of everyone. As Turi has said, there's always like a microscope being held above your head. You kind of have to have paparazzi walking around with you. You're no longer your own person. It's not you. It is all of us want to know what's going on with you. What outfit did she wear today, for the people who care about fashion? What car was she driving today, for the people who care about cars? Where did she go, for the people who care about optics and where they need to hang out? Who was she with, for the people who are curious about what your family life is like, what your friends are like, what kind of people you hang out with? Like, everything about your life is pretty much put under a microscope. And that's why you find a lot of celebrities end up hanging with other celebrities, because like only you guys would be able to understand the kind of pressure. You will see the one time Jordan, the best friend, initial best friend to Kylie Jenner.
Yes.
Her life was like a complete mystery to all of us, until she and Tristan had their entanglement. What happened to her life? It was literally put in shreds. Like, she was thrown in the grinder, and unfortunately now she's a celebrity of her own kind, not because she wanted to become a celebrity, but simply because she was a normie who was hanging out with this celebrity, and unfortunately it just rubs off on you in a certain way. So I think the invasiveness of paparazzi, and everyone nowadays is paparazzi. You're just chilling, living your life, kumbe mtu amekupiga picha. Uko you are saying you're a faithful wife, kumbe ndule. People taking footage of you hanging out with different men. It's crazy.
Oh,
it's
a
crazy.
lot.
It's
It
crazy.
really is. And I hope you have learned something. Before you become a celebrity, please remember. And also, before you take out your phone and comment under someone's picture, remember they are human. They have the same feelings as you, probably the same insecurities. It's just that they're under a microscope. So don't be too harsh to somebody who's in the public light. I will see your messages coming in. We had Shiko Wazima, who was tuned in, saying, "Hello, my lovely ladies. It is Friday and you look absolutely spectacular. I'm already on set. Hashtag on the No Friday." Thank you very much. The rest, tafadhali, I recognize you, I see you, but I am ready to go and parabulate, okay? Happy weekend, everybody. My name is Turife.
My name is Kafami. We'll see you next week.